Hello, my name is Katie, and I am a mother of 5 kids, and we have people over on a fairly regular basis. And a lot of people who have come over and hear me interacting with my kids regarding the media time issue have asked me about something that we use, that we kind of created, that works well for us. And it's a ticketing system. Enough people have asked me about it that I'm posting a video about it because a lot of people are like, "Oh, that's a great idea. I want to do that," and they want to have all the details. So I thought I would share the details of our ticketing system. So by ticketing system, I mean tickets, like tickets that you can buy from Amazon for like $3 to $6. But if you want them today, you can go out to Walmart. Walmart always has little stacks of tickets for sale, somewhere around $5. And what we do with them is we allot time with them. So each ticket stands for 15 minutes of time, and the kids can earn tickets for media time. So what the main way that they earn tickets is by doing their chores every day. So they have, each one of them has a set grouping of chores to do. And when they're finished with their chores, they can get tickets. And so they have a place in there. I have a folder that I use that they keep their tickets in this little thing here. Each one of them has a binder for a variety of things. I'll go over that in a second. But they keep their tickets in there, and they can build it up for media time. We, in our household, do not officially allow media time from Monday through Friday until the end of school day on Friday. Now I say officially because there are definitely exceptions to that rule. We have family movie night during the week, so family movie night is freebie watching. They don't have to pay with their tickets, so that's free for them, and so that is media that's happening during the week. And then there are other times, at times like maybe during sicknesses when somebody just needs to be laying on the couch and doing nothing, that we'll let the media thing go. But in general, in our household, we don't do screens from Monday through Friday until the end of the school day on Friday. So they need to finish their chores, and every day that they finish their chores, they just automatically earn 4 tickets of time. They can also earn tickets through reading, and that's just an equivalent amount. So if they read for 15 minutes, they get a ticket for 15 minutes of screen time. So basically, over the course of the week, they have a great potential to build up a fair amount of screen time. And it is pretty reasonable. I think it's a fair system. They've never complained about it. A lot of times I will have them pair their books that they're reading with audiobooks so that it helps with them learning words and pronunciation and spelling and that kind of thing. So when one of them's really into a book, for example, my son just finished a series that he loves, and he read like 3 of the books over the course of the week. And so each one of the audiobooks was like 4 hours long. So he just scooped up like 12 hours of screen time just by finishing his book, those books this week. So sometimes they can build an excess because I'm not going to let them play 12 hours of time on the weekend anyway. But anyway, you can make the system your own. I think one person I was talking with said she might make the tickets 10 minutes each instead of 15 minutes each. So maybe if your kids are more motivated by having more tickets, then you kind of change the amount of time there. We do some tweaks to the system. Well, I already described some of the tweaks in terms of what's going on that week, but another example is we're homeschoolers, so for what I had been doing for a while was rewarding them for getting their chores done early. So if they got their chores done by a certain time every day, say by 10 in the morning, then they would get an additional 2 tickets than normal. And then if they finished their school by a certain time every day, like an earlier than normal time to motivate them towards actually getting their schoolwork done with diligence, then they would get an additional couple tickets. We haven't honestly done that in a while. That's been off of our radar, but not for any other reason except that we've all just forgotten about that particular one. Or maybe it's just because none of them had done their chores on time or finished their school on the early side. And as far as like maybe using the tickets as punishment. We don't do that too often. It's been very rare, but there have been times in really like awful disciplinary circumstances when Daddy has said, "Go take all of your tickets out of your envelope and dump them in the trash." Oh, that's heartbreaking. For a family like ours that that struggles to manage screen time because there's so much opportunity to use screen time, gaming and movies and all kinds of stuff, that can be a very painful thing. But we rarely happens. That those 2 times that's happened has been in a major circumstance. So mostly it's for helping to manage screen time because of, as everybody knows, it's so difficult to keep track of and to make fair. And so, it helps to be reasonable about the fact that, our kids are kids and this is the day and age that we're in. But it also helps to know that there is some way that you can, both of you and your child, know that you're being reasonable in your amount of time spent. Now, one of the things that I do is I make them set a timer. So if I say, okay, about how much time are you going to spend on this? And they'll say 30 minutes. So I say, okay, set the timer for 30 minutes. And then they use up that time and then they go throw away their 2 tickets into the trash. But if I check on them and find out that they've been on screens, like with permission been on screens, but that they forgot to set a timer, I am quite happy to set a timer for them. But the thing that I say is, if I'm using my time to come check on you and find out that you didn't have your timer set, then I'm taking away your convenience fee is a lost ticket. So if I have to set the timer for them, then they lose a ticket because they need to be responsible with their use of time and making sure that they're keeping track of things. So, on a weekend, like for example, right now, they're all doing screens right now. And, my 7 and 8-year-old are watching a movie together, so we made sure that they had 2 hours set for that movie, and that at the end of that movie they'll be getting rid of 8 tickets. So let me see if there's any other. There is some trickiness to. I have one teenager. She is 13 and has just gotten to the stage where she likes to do a lot of her socializing online, and so that can be a tricky thing because, especially for her, all the other kids have neighborhood friends that they can easily go outside and play with. It's no problem. She doesn't have many choices there, and so a lot of her desire to socialize is on a screen, and so that can be really challenging to manage. And so we work with that a bit, getting to a strict point of saying a screen is a screen is a screen. You have to pay the time. And then vacillating between that and being really strict on it. And then at other times on, certain weeks where she hasn't seen a soul her age for a while, me being a little bit more lenient with it and saying, as long as you're communicating with someone live and for real, then I don't have a problem with that. But as soon as it just becomes browsing and having fun, then but that can be a challenging dynamic. So you can figure that out for yourself in your own household. Okay, so I think I've said most everything that I need to. If you have any questions, just let me know. I'm happy to answer questions regarding any tweaks or whatever, but I encourage you to make this system your own. It works really well. I feel like the kids feel like it's very fair. They understand what they have, and they understand what they're losing when they have to lose time as a punishment. There have been times when they use my time in a wrong way, and I want them to understand that the cost of time, and so I will take away a couple tickets here or there if something has happened, but usually it's applicable, it makes sense, it's not in some mean-spirited kind of way. So anyway, if you have any questions, post comments below, and I will do my best to answer them, and I hope this helps. It's helped us a great deal settle things down and be realistic with our screen time management. So thank you.